Hello class, today we are continuing on with our basketball unit. Today's focus will be on basic offensive and defensive strategies. The PE standard this lesson addresses is 1.3, demonstrate basic offensive and defensive skills and strategies in team and physical activities. The student learning objectives that you will have mastered by the end of this unit are that you will be able to demonstrate your knowledge on basic offensive and defensive strategies in a game of 5 versus 5 basketball. You will also be able to identify and explain one or two basketball strategies for offense and defense. All right, before we get into detail on basic offensive and defensive strategies, I want you guys to write down the content vocabulary and concepts this lesson will be covering into your PE journals. So the offensive vocabulary and concepts are open space, move the ball around, pick and roll, give and go, pass and screen away. And the defensive vocabulary and concepts are 2-3 zone and man-to-man. All right, thank you guys for completing that into your journal. Now let's move on to our brainstorming activity. If you guys can get into groups of 5, that would be great. And when you get into a group of 5, please sit down in a circle so I know you are ready. If you need help finding a group, just let me know. All right, looks like we're ready to go. I'm now going to pass out 2 sheets of paper and a pencil for each group. When you get the materials, please write offense on one paper and defense on the other paper. What you guys are going to do with these 2 pieces of paper is you're going to brainstorm and discuss the content vocab and concepts you just wrote down. So you're going to collaborate with one another and write down anything that comes to mind when you read one of the concepts, such as 2-3 zone defense. You can also feel free to draw any diagrams, pictures to show what you were trying to say about a concept. So work together and get down anything you can on your pieces of paper because we will be sharing what you talked about as a class. All right, are there any questions? You have about 5 to 10 minutes for this activity. Okay, class, let's bring it back together. As I was walking around, I heard a lot of great conversations, so I appreciate you guys' participation and involvement in this activity. Now when I call on your group, please share what your group talked about. Nathan's group, can you guys please start the class discussion? Great ideas. Macy's group, can you guys share what you guys talked about? Excellent. I will continue to do this until each group has shared what they talked about. Once everyone talked and we had a little class discussion, I will pass out a handout with diagrams and explanations of offensive defensive strategies. This handout will go over the concepts and vocabulary the students just did the brainstorming activity on, and then we'll begin drills. And that concludes my PowerPoint. So thank you guys for listening to my lesson.